All right, Joe Leigh here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Benz Shalom after a fantastic fight night headlined by Riakporhe Jumah. Afterwards, we saw Chris Congo, but firstly, on Riakporhe, good performance and a good win.
Yeah, really good performance and a great win. That was a tough fight. That was a tough fight on paper. A lot of people fancied Deion. I just felt like Richard's power would be too much for him, as it is with a lot of fighters, and it was. And Deion boxed really well in the early rounds, and Richard was a little tentative. It's such an awkward character, Deion. Very elusive, very good boxer, very strong boxer, but you knew when Richard caught there could be a problem, and I think perhaps with Jumah being out of the ring prior to his last fight for so long, he wasn't conditioned to take that sort of power. And yeah, proud of Richard as well. It was a tough fight to take. It wasn't a fight he needed to take. Took it on 2 weeks' notice, and that's the fifth decent name British opponent in the cruiserweight division that he's beaten. And yeah, hopefully big things next.
Yeah, for him, are we expecting world-ranked opponents? Obviously, it was going to be someone that I'd put him highly ranked in the world rankings. But what can we expect next? Do you have a name?
Yeah, we have. We're looking at Gullimarian. We're looking at Riakporhe. We're looking at different options in that world title scene. We think we can open that door when Richard feels that it's the right time, or Angel does, and probably another fight just to get into that position, and then he'll be ready for world titles, and that's what the aim has been. Turkey was the next step. It didn't happen. Deion Jumah stepped in with 2 weeks' notice. Richard took it, and I think it was the best thing that could have happened. I think a lot of people watched tonight. It was a big crowd for him. And yeah, I think now he's got the profile as well to kick on.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the press conference Shaq Pitters for Dan Aziz next. Is that something that's looking close as well?
Yeah, that's looking very close. I think that fight is a great fight. Clash of styles. Really think that is the perfect fight. Shakan's last fight was against Reece Cartwright as well. Both stopped him in the eighth round. So yeah, that's an exciting one. Dan just wants whatever he can get. That's it. He just wants whatever he can get. He's ready to go. He wants to fight everyone. Makes it easy for us, and I think he will. I think he'll do well.
And could you quickly just run through Azim brothers and Caroline Dubois as well?
Yeah, those three. Are they all round one knockouts, and against decent opponents? Adam Azim fought the Southern Area champion in his third fight at 19 years old, and dispatched of him in the first round like that. I was worried that people would be thinking, what's he doing, putting him in at that stage? But he's a freak of nature. He really is. This guy is. I think he's the best prospect in Britain by a long way. I really believe that. This guy has everything. Ask anyone in boxing. There's a lot of names that are thrown around. Adam Azim is the star, believe me, and he's got a big fan base as well. We're so excited. We think he is a household name in the making. And yeah, left and right, both power. Similarly, Caroline Dubois at 21 years old, being able to knock girls out, durable girls out in the first round. She couldn't handle it, and that's a tough girl. I think she'd been stopped once in 15. So those two, and then Hassan Azim as well, who sometimes I feel a little bit sorry for, because Adam is moving so quickly and wants world titles tomorrow. But even him, his power and his boxing is incredible, and Shame's got high hopes for him as well. And so he's got a great stable there, and a great stable for the future.
Definitely, and to put kind of perspective on it, I have a friend who's like a proper casual fan, and he messaged me about Adam Azim before tonight, so he's already kind of crossing over for that wide audience.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Khan Brook fight helped him. I think he got a lot of fans from that. Had another knockout there, and yeah, he's a special talent, special kid as well, and he's going to appeal to a lot of people. He's a real guy, and he's dedicated to his craft, and he wants to do good things in the sport, and yeah, world champion by 22. I'm sure of it.
Brilliant. Well, after the Khan Brook fight, moving on, Kel teased it was a picture of you and him, and there was the eyes, and then the kind of signing emoji. Can we almost guarantee that if he does come back, he will be with you and Sky?
Yeah, I think me and Kel and I have a good relationship. That's it. I mean, I'll do whatever's best for him. Honestly, he knows that. We're not. If it's to retire, it's to retire. 100%. I've said it. We're not going to roll him out for someone else. You know, if it's on the right terms and it's the right fight for him, and he's going to make good money, and it's a comfortable way, then of course he'll consider it. But otherwise, it's not. We're just good mates. He likes to come to the shows, come to every show. And we went through, as I say, that Khan Brook fight for me was my first big box office fight, and so it took me 6 to 8 months to make. It was such a hard fight to make. I could see, as I say, why it hadn't been made. But it meant I got very close to both of them, as in and both sides, and they had to feel like they could trust me. Otherwise, that fight wouldn't have been made. And since then, with me and Kel have become very good friends.
But could we kind of say, if he does come back and fight, are you talking about potential names at the moment? Yeah,
definitely. He's interested in the Eubank Jr. fight if it's, as I say, right money, right time, right weight. Danny Garcia has also been an option that we've looked at. Obviously, Conor Benn they've already received an offer for Conor Benn. So
from Eddie's side.
Yeah. And so it's up to Cal. But there's options for him because of what happened. But a likely option and a very good option is also to retire.
As for Amir Khan, obviously over the last couple of weeks you spoke to Danny about it on Seconds Out as well, I think, about Khan wanting to actually either get a rematch or a different fight, but not wanting to retire. How much do you have to say on that at the moment? Is there any new information?
Not really. Other than I know he does want to fight. He wants to come over here. We've got different opponents of him of all different levels, but it's what he wants. It's a weird one because he wants the big fights, but at the same time he wants to prove that wasn't him in the ring, and it's not all about money, and it's just about legacy and ending in the right way. And so be up to him. You see fighters go on too long all the time. I don't want Amir to be one of those, but he knows where he's at more than anyone, and he'll make that decision, I'm sure.
And one fight quickly, just before we move on. Amir Khan, Florian Marku in Albania. We don't have to. We can cut this if we want, but is that something that interests you? I think that's amazing. Sell out quickly.
Yeah, no. To be honest, it's a dream fight for Florian, obviously, and we promote Florian, and Amir wants a different type of fight coming back. Look, it was an idea. It's an idea, and whether Amir would ever agree to that, I don't know. But obviously, it's an amazing fight for Florian.
Just lastly, Frank Warren and Dillian's lawyer on TalkSport earlier on today, they were fuming. Have you seen that?
I saw bits of it. Yeah, it was. I'm not, to be honest, not got too much to say. I just wish they'd get on with the fight. I mean, they've agreed the hardest part, which was what Dillian is getting paid. Why don't both sides just be reasonable now and get on with it and promote it? It's a brilliant fight. It just is a bit pantomime, isn't it?
How would you handle that situation? Obviously, it's not helped with Dillian not attending, but do you feel like it could have been handled differently?
Yeah, 100%. But it was a difficult situation. Purse bids always are. You end up with a promoter that you've not actually done a deal with, and then you have to work out things subsequently. So I can see both sides, and I just wish they just sort it out and get it on, and make it more about. It's 4 weeks away. They should be promoting the fight. Maybe this is helping. I don't know, but I'd like to see more of the promotion and just getting on with it at this point.
Well, it's the first time I've interviewed you. Appreciate your time. Just to end it, by the end of the year, do you have a dream fight that maybe you haven't put out there yet, but you'd like to make? You've got obviously 9-10 months.
Savannah Clarissa was my dream fight when I started. I want to make that fight. We will make that fight very soon. So yeah, that genuinely was the fight that I tried to make as soon as I got into Sky. We signed both girls. We think it's the biggest fight in women's boxing. I know there's another. Taylor Serrano is another massive fight. I think this is two girls that have, with Marshall and Shields, that have the history, that have the history of the amateurs, the actual needle that we've perhaps not seen before in women's boxing, and that's what I think will take it to another level. Plus, Savannah can punch, and that makes a big difference.
So do we think if next week Savannah's successful, we can see an announcement in the next month or so?
I believe so, yeah, 100%.
Top man, appreciate your time, man.